Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. It is Tuesday, January 2nd, so you know what time it is. It's Wax Gaming Weekly Recap time, where we're going to try and go through all the latest news from this past holiday and anything that's coming up here in early January that you should be aware of on the Wax blockchain. I know, again, we are a little bit out of cycle. We just had New Year's. We just had the holidays for those of you that celebrate Christmas and any of the other holidays. So I'm a little behind and I apologize, but I wanted to go ahead and start off by saying Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you all had a fantastic and safe time for New Year's, and we're ready to go ahead and kick some butt here in 2024. It should be a really good year. Again, pure speculation and really hopeful. So I want to go ahead and kick it off with that and let you know what's going on there. Again, we're going to get back on a normal cycle here. Hopefully, starting this week, we'll get you one of these recaps on Saturday, and then Saturdays from then on. My schedule's just been a little bit weird with the holidays. And to be honest with you, there hasn't been a ton of updates for the Wax blockchain during the holidays. So it's been a little bit of a slower time frame, but I have a sneaking suspicion now that New Year's is over that we're going to start getting a lot more updates and a lot more pushes from people that are trying to really start 2024 on the right note. So I'm expecting maybe not this Saturday to have a lot of updates, but the following Saturday, I'm thinking there's going to be some huge things coming here in the near future. Before we jump into the video, I know I have to do everyone's least favorite part of the video and let you know this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any project. Don't take my word or anything that's said in this video as financial advice or advice in any way. I'm just a gamer playing a game and reviewing games as part of this. I am not telling you to jump in any project or anything along those lines. Do your own research. Make sure it's right for you. Go ahead and pause this video and read this thoroughly before we jump into it. All right, so let's get back to the video. All right, I wanted to go ahead and start this video now that we got that all out of the way with a shameless plug, and I apologize. I got to start these with a shameless plug. I made an announcement on Twitter and in my Discord that I actually started a second channel, so I wanted to go ahead and announce it on here also for multiple reasons. One, I actually had someone reach out to me. They found out about this and they thought it was maybe a copycat. This is me. This is a second channel that I have. It is focused on traditional style games. Let's be honest, what I want to do is kind of grow this channel and my Web 3.0 channel and kind of start blending the two together, getting some more attention towards Web 3.0 games. It just makes sense to have two separate channels to get really started, get the traction. So if you like any of my content, I'll have a link down in the description below. Go ahead and check out is Warrior Lion Gaming Prime. I may change the name down the road, but I just thought that would be an interesting name for now. But that is my second channel, so it is legit. We went back to the old logo for this. That may also change in the future, but I wanted to get something out there that was familiar as far as the logo goes to connect the two channels together, and hopefully we'll grow this, get some traditional traditional style players, get them acquainted with the channel and start bringing them over to the Wax blockchain. I think that'd be a pretty neat idea for 2024. So that's one of my major goals. So if you like any of my content, go ahead out there and subscribe. I really appreciate it. There's going to be a lot more videos that are coming up. The first couple videos that are going to be loaded or dropped here are going to be repeat videos that I removed from the Warrior Lion Gaming channel. And just moved over because they were traditional reviews. Wanted to just kind of make sure everything was aligned. And then we'll start putting new content out here also. So don't worry, my focus is still on Web 3.0, but I wanted to go ahead and really double down on the gaming and really try and grow it because I think 2024 is going to be a fun year. All right, now that we got the shameless plug out of the way, let's go ahead and start talking about some of the updates. And to be honest with you, there's not a ton. Like I said, over the holidays, there's not a ton of updates. But from FGL, there's some huge updates that they announced. They provide this a long list of updates, at least as far as they're concerned. Happy New Year's goals for 2024 that I wanted to go ahead and cover. First of all, they announced that both Outlaw Troopers and Cosmic Clash are going to go multi-chain. How is that important and how is that critical for this Wax recap? Because it's going to continue to grow their games that are based on the Wax blockchain, which will get people more familiar. I keep talking about this every time a game goes multiple chains or multi-chain. It's a good thing for Wax. Some people were concerned that they're their attention's going elsewhere, but it's actually attracting more people to Wax. A perfect example was Avalon. They started in Poly, they expanded over to Wax, and once people realized that Wax is a whole lot easier than Polygon, they started migrating over to the Wax side of things. So I think that if projects continue to go multi-chain, the players will start to realize how good Wax is. So this is great news here. They also talked about some of their strategies or focuses going forward. Cosmic Clash has something critical that's coming up here. They're going to Cosmic Clash 2.0. So there's some major revisions. Also, Machiavellic is coming up. What I wanted to do is mention for Machiavellic is on February 15th, 2024, they are going to start the onboarding process. If you're not familiar with this game, I highly encourage you to go ahead and check out the high-level intro video that I did for it. It's going to be an open world style game. It looks, at least sounds pretty interesting. There is a long roadmap for it. So it's not going to be an instant up and live and ready to go here on day one, but they're going to go ahead and start the boarding process if you went ahead and got the officers. So you can start onboarding them and start doing some stuff. They have mini games that are coming out here in the near future. There is a whole Medium article on this, which I'll probably do a review on, a video on here shortly in the next week or two, because I'm excited about this one. This is another one of those games that I think, if it completely rolls out the way it's supposed to, is another reason people will start coming to Wax to play games. So I think that's neat. I also mentioned Cosmic Clash does have their 2.0 that's coming out here in the near future. They did start noting some updates as far as what's going to be in 2.0. I will do a full video on this once all the information is released. But also wanted to congratulate them. Cosmic Clash is 2 years old. Any Wax game that gets to 2+ years should be congratulated, because we went through a pretty tough bear market. So they're continuing to do well, which is great to hear. Next on the list, we have Avalon. Just wanted to go ahead and throw this one out there. They have 3 new NFTs. Actually, I think it's 2 new NFTs, and then the Spice Eggnog is a consumable. But you can go ahead and start getting these in game. They're trying to do time of year event style NFT drops that are limited edition, that gets people excited to go in the game. These are obviously Christmas related, but they are going to continue on through January. I'm not sure the exact date. But if you go in and you earn them, there's certain things that drop. You take them to the store and you can go ahead and turn it in. And these become NFTs that can be used in beta in the real game, which is great. I love the fact that they're doing this. They're in alpha and they're doing these style events to get you custom, awesome looking NFTs and equipment that you can use down the road. And it's pretty good stats on these. So I'm definitely going to be going for these. Hopefully you guys can jump in and go ahead and check that out. Also, Nova Pangia made another announcement. We knew PvP was coming, but we didn't know exactly what was going to entail from PvP. They are now calling it Nova War, which is going to be the PvP portion of it. They did release a few details around the PvP, and they also mentioned that anyone that has a Nova Pangia PFP can go ahead and contact Mike in Discord, and you'll be able to get access to the testnet. I will be going ahead and getting access. I'm not supposed to make any videos yet for it, but once I get the go ahead to make a video of the Nova War, I will absolutely do that and give you some details around that. But I'm going to test it out. I'm going to play it and try and get some more information about it as I go ahead and test it out, so I can give you all the details that you need to be ready for it once it's released. Also wanted to mention for Nova Pangia, they did a really fun event on New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day. It was, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it. I had a bunch of family over, so I couldn't really jump on, but a lot of people that did join really enjoyed it. So I want to go ahead and give them full credit for running a fun event on New Year's Eve. It's pretty cool that they were able to do that and get so many people involved in that. Next on the list, we got Wombat Dungeon Masters season. What season are we on now? Season 15 is going to be kicking off tomorrow. So if you're ready for that, go ahead and get your pass. Go ahead and get everything that you need to do to get started. If you're not playing the game and you're interested in the game, perfect time to start. Beginning of the season is always a great time to go ahead and start a new one, because you have a better chance of getting the rewards. So go ahead and check out Dungeon Masters. That kicks off here, season 15 tomorrow. Next on the list, we have some information about the Combs Season 3 drop. They also mentioned that Combs Season 3 will go ahead and kick off here in mid-January. So be ready for that. Actually, they have the drop on the 12th. And I think I'm just skimming through here. The season itself, the first season, 2024, for Combs will begin on January 16th. So go ahead and get ready for that if you're playing that game. Oxia Origin. Wanted to throw this out there because they have a super long list of updates. Very few projects did this, but I love when projects do this, especially going into the New Year's. Kind of gives you an idea of what's coming up here in the near future. So they do have a lot of stuff coming here. I have not had a chance to get in the game yet. I'm hoping to get access to it at some point here in the near future. I would love to go ahead and test it out and do a gameplay review for y'all. So hopefully that's one of my to-do lists, or one of my games that I want to test out here in January and get you all a video. So more to come on that one. Also, the weekly updates for Season 10 of Realm. They actually have a few weeks that are off. They just finished the global event number 1, the Total Domination. The next event isn't until January 12th, so you have about 10 days to go ahead and just grind within the game. And then on the 12th, they're going to go ahead and do the research bonus event. Then Forsaken. They had a few events that just wrapped up at the end of this year that I just wanted to kind of mention. They had the Loot Claim Day and a Christmas sale that they had going on. More to come. Again, a lot of games were quiet during the holidays. All right, the next on the list is NFTtopia. They initially were trying to get the NFTtopia for January 26th. They've actually moved that back to May 3rd through the 5th. The reason behind this is they wanted to do a larger event where they can actually host more booths, get more people involved. They're actually trying to get VR in this. That'll be pretty interesting to see how that goes. Let me know in the comments below. Should I get a booth for NFTtopia 4? I've had some booths in the past, but unfortunately the weekends are really tough for me to get online. So maybe I can go ahead and try and figure something out to be available for that. But I think this is going to be a fun event. I'll definitely jump on the 3rd, because I think the 3rd's a Friday. I always jump on the Fridays when they have that available. And I highly encourage you all to get involved with this. NFTtopias are awesome events that just get everybody together. So it's great to see that they're going ahead to at least do a bigger event. It's a little later than we initially hoped, but mark this on your calendar as far as May 3rd through the 5th. Last but not least, I also wanted to go ahead and throw this out there from Introverse. They just had essentially their holiday event this past December, and a lot of people have the game passes. There is utility for that game passes that I wanted to go ahead and mention. In between, obviously, the events, you can go ahead and stake it in Dungeon Masters. That's kicking off here tomorrow, as I already mentioned. And you can get a bunch of MP or bonus mining power just by using that. And you can go ahead and use it in the future as far as the Introverse events go. So I wanted to go ahead and highlight that also. One other thing I wanted to mention is Funko, ever since the Disney drop, they haven't done another drop. I'm assuming it's because of the holiday. I have to guess it's because of the holiday. But wanted to go ahead and mention that as soon as they'll have another NFT drop, because I'm watching that. I'm a big Funko fan, and I've really liked some of the drops that they've done. So I'm curious to see how many drops they're going to do here in 2024 and how well they're going to do. I'm hoping they get more unique items. The Disney drop, unfortunately, fell short of I think, expectations. So hopefully they'll be able to go ahead and bounce back from that one. So those are the updates. Again, a reminder, if you like my channel at all, go ahead and check out my Warrior Lion Gaming Prime, second channel that's going on. That's going to be around traditional games. The more you support this, then the more we're able to get traction with this channel. We can attract traditional players that can eventually be shifted over to blockchain gaming, Wax specifically, and get them excited about that type of game also. Just trying to blend the two communities. I think it'll be overall beneficial for everybody, all players, especially on the blockchain gaming side. I hope you all have a great week. We'll get back on schedule with this Saturday, and I'll talk to you later.